I am a firm believer in the value of stubbornness. And so starting from today and for the next 30 days, I'm going to spend at least 1 hour every day practicing how to wheelie. By the way, this video is sponsored by Wabi Cycles. To learn more about the bike that I ride on a daily basis, check out Wabi linked in the description. And to learn about how to get the most fun out of your bike in 180 seconds or less, check out me and Wabi's video series 3 Minute Thursday by clicking the card above or by sticking around to the end of the video, what you'll want to do because this is a dope video. So some bikes are easier to wheelie than others, that's just facts, and I haven't made too many changes to my bike because I still want to ride it the way that I normally ride it. So all I've done is swapped out my drops to some bull moose bars, hopefully that'll help a little bit, and lowered my gear ratio from 49-15 to 49-17. This bike, now it's not particularly easy, but it's my bike and I want to learn on it. And most people that I've talked to that gave me tips on how to wheelie was pretty much, you just do it. So I'm just do it. So it's a very delicate balancing act, knowing how much is enough, but not too much that you just tip over. It seems like one big problem that I need to come over is that I need to get to the leaning far too back point too much to get over the fear that I'm not gonna fall and that I can just put my foot down. Actually pretty intense, like I ripped a good chunk of skin off right there. I wasn't expecting practicing wheelies to be that physically intensive, but today my biceps and my shoulders are like pretty trashed. I think it's good to call it quits. I just pounded the boys and not the good kind of pounding. It almost feels like I have to completely relearn how to ride the bike. Like, I have to consciously tell myself, look forward, don't look down. Push hard with the right leg. Push with the left leg once it gets to the top. Practicing wheelies feels exactly like practicing a song. Like, I play drums, bass, and guitar in that order, and there are days where it feels like you're not making any progress at all, where you're not getting any better, and you're making the same stupid mistakes over and over, and I'm just spinning my wheels. But I know that with these things sometimes it just takes a good nice rest, click, and then you're off to the next stage of progress. At least that's what I'm telling myself to make myself feel better. That's a good one to end on. Today I wasn't able to beat my personal best of getting one complete crank rotation, but I was able to match my personal best 6 times. I feel like I'm making the same mistakes. I can get to 1 crank rotation if I get lucky, or sometimes I don't know what I'm doing right when I get that, and then it just falls apart. I just fall off the bike. I need to just stop for the day because I'm getting way too frustrated right now, and wheelies seem like a thing where you need to be in complete control of yourself. I was just really frustrated with my lack of progress from yesterday, not really making any progress, or so it feels like. So I decided to swap out my gear ratio from 49-17 to 49-19 to make pedaling a bit easier, make it easier to torque, and hopefully easier to wheelie. We'll see how big of a difference it actually makes. It's almost too easy to get the bike up. All right, I think I figured something out. So before, when I was riding with my regular 49-17 ratio, I think it was too big. So what I was doing was I was slowing down, like really slowly, and then I would try to put a lot of torque down to get the bike up, because that's kind of what I had to do. I couldn't get the bike up when I was at speed, but with this gear ratio, 49-19, it's way easier to get the bike up when you're going faster. And when you're going faster, the bike kind of balances itself out. And I think I'm onto something. I think I figured it out. I could have had 3. I could have had 3. Yeah, baby. I am so close, I know it. I could taste it. I'm right there knocking on the door. All of a sudden, all the things that I've been practicing individually, like keeping my head up and not looking down at the wheel and trying to get enough torque and making sure that I lift off nice and evenly. It's all gelling together now. When I get a good one right, it kind of feels like I'm flying. Like each pedal stroke, it's like the bike flutters and it feels like I'm gliding. I'm gonna get it. It's 10 p.m. because I procrastinated on my wheelies. I don't want to be here right now. That was a genuine attempt. Oh. Honestly. It's a new day, thank God. And I'm totes ready to have a killer wheelie sesh, brah. Yeah. Come on. More of a repeat of 2 days ago, but at the very least, compared to yesterday, I'm having fun, and I'll count that as an improvement. Yeah, baby! Unfortunately, I didn't catch this on camera. I'm about 6 minutes into my wheelie practice session, and I lost balance, and then jammed my knee straight into the spokes of the front wheel, tried to catch myself, and then slammed my undercarriage, the whole kit and caboodle, straight into the top tube. I need to take a breather. I'm gonna need a little more stubbornness. After banging the boys on my top tube pretty hard, I find myself getting back into my own head and chickening out when I know that I can do more. Like, I was right in line at the Salty Spittoon. I was about to show the doorman how cool I am and how many wheelies I can pop off. But now I feel like I'm back at Weenie Hut Jr. drinking milkshakes. Like, this is something I didn't anticipate, where I would have to re-progress. So to help rebuild my wheelie confidence, I have some company today. Min is here. He's a little camera shy though, so he doesn't want to be on. He's riding a proper wheelie bike, a PK Ripper. We have about the same amount of experience. We can't wheelie. Yeah! Farewell, friend. My movements seem a lot more smoother. Oh, nice. I'm able to place the bike down a lot more gently, and I'm able to hover the bike more consistently. I don't even know how many crank rotations I was able to get, because I kind of stopped counting. Oh, wow, smooth. I'm going to try something a bit unconventional today. I have a fraction of a second where I can feel like I'm in the balance point for the wheelie, but I don't know where the boundaries are for that balance point, so I end up falling. So, maybe just doing some walking wheelies will help me to figure out the balance point. I'm getting desperate here, can you tell? I am fully aware of the fact that I look like a kook right now. That has not been lost on me. Just doing walking wheelies today was surprisingly helpful, since I realized that I have a lot of wiggle room to go and lean back on the bike before it tips over. Like that window of where I'm balancing the bike is slowly getting bigger and bigger. You know that indicator in Tony Hawk Pro Skater when you're doing a grind or a manual or something and you gotta keep the little thing in the middle? Like, that is a surprisingly accurate representation of what it feels like to try to wheelie. I'm going to commit the cardinal sin of 30-day YouTube challenges. I'm taking a break today, and I have a very good reason why. It's not because I'm too busy, it's not because it's raining, it's not because I have to take my dog to soccer practice. It's because I don't feel like it. The past week, I feel like I've been banging my head against the wall and not really making very much progress when it comes to wheeling, if any progress at all. and I've been discouraged, haven't been trying so hard during my wheelie practices, so I'm just going to take a break today. But tomorrow I am meeting up with a local rider who will give me a quick lesson on how to wheelie, so hopefully that'll help me get out of this slump. So I'm here with local rider and all-around cool guy Anthony, and he's here to teach me how to wheelie. He said that he is confident that he will get me past 3 pedal strokes. So what is your experience wheeling?
So wheeling's a love-and-hate relationship, honestly. It takes a pretty long while to learn.
How long did it take you to learn?
It's like I want to say 2 months.
2 months?
2 months to like actually get it down.
There it is. Where are you focusing your eyes when you get it up?
Straight.
Straight.
I know that sounds like kind of weird at first because like you want to make sure that your bike's like level, so your main focus when you're first learning is like looking at your handlebars, making sure everything's in line, but it's best to stay focused, just like looking straight.
I've also noticed that you're going way faster than
so I mean,
I expected.
The number one thing people think that is best when they're trying to do wheelie is going slow so they can control it, but that's not the case at all, because in order to control a slow wheelie, you have to know how to wheelie first. So it's like mounting a horse.
What? Oh my gosh, this guy. Doesn't even fit him. He's tiptoeing, still wheelies it. Would you recommend I go in the straps? Because I've been doing it unstrapped the whole time.
Okay, another thing is, when you're learning how to wheelie, a lot of people are scared to wheelie strapped in. If you go too far backwards, that's when you want to pull up with the strap to help you go down. So it's like a teeter-totter. That's why a little bit of chain slack is good too. So when you're in that balance point, you can do those micro adjustments within your feet.
Yeah, because I've tried a few where I'm in, and having a strap on, it feels like you can get like a smoother pedal stroke around the rotation. All right, I'll try it out. Oh, strapped in. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Ho, 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 ho. Yeah. It's fine. Both straps are fine. I don't know why I was so scared in my head. 3.5, okay. Yesterday, Eric of Spindat with 2 T's, that's T-T-E-R-I-C, called me out to a challenge because I'm trying to learn wheelies, he's trying to learn tail whips on his BMX, and we agreed that the loser of this challenge has to do something for the winner. We haven't officially discussed what that is yet. And on that very same day, yesterday, I was able to break my personal record of 3 pedal strokes, and I hit 4 pedal strokes. I'm telling you, it's scary at first, but it's all in your head, but getting inside the straps, it makes a whole world of difference. Did you see that? I was floating. Oh, I don't know, how many was that? I haven't practiced wheelies in 4 days because for 2 days I went out bike packing, and it's kind of hard to practice wheelies when you have like 10 pounds of gear in the front, so I just didn't even bother. And the 2 other days I just didn't ride my bike. I needed to rest because it turns out that riding 100 miles with 35 pounds of gear on your back and on your bike is significantly harder than just riding 100 miles normally. So it's like day 28 today, or 29 or something. I wanted to learn how to wheelie, and I was seriously confident that I could wheelie in 30 days. That's not happening. That's not happening. I swear, my best efforts are always when the camera is not rolling, because that's when I'm able to just focus on what I'm doing and get in the zone and not focus on performing for the camera or whatever. I got 5. Today's day 30, I just got 5 pedal strokes. My goal is to get 10 pedal strokes, which is 5 crank rotations, I'm officially halfway. Yeah, it's the last day of the 30 challenge technically, and I was only able to get halfway, but I was able to get halfway. This is sick. I'll try to get 5 for you on camera. I don't even know if the camera's wide enough to capture it though. 5! Yo, that was my first try with the camera rolling. Let's go. Oh no, that was scary. Oh, that was scary. I am really excited that I was able to get even 5 pedal strokes on day 30. Because Anthony was telling me that it took him 2 months to learn how to wheelie his fixed gear, practicing every day, 2 whole months. And after exactly 1 month, I am halfway to getting a wheelie down. I was pretty confident at the beginning of this challenge that I will be able to get it within 30 days, for sure. But let me tell you, wheeling a fixed gear is way harder than you think it is. Let's do some quick math. So over the past 30 days, I spent a grand total of 24 days. Wow, I missed almost a week of wheeling. Practicing a wheelie for an hour every day. But during those wheelie sessions, I do take about a 15-minute break each time. So that's like about 45 minutes every day. And in 1 minute, I can get about 3 wheelie attempts, one about every 20 seconds. So that is 3,240 wheelie attempts that I've failed. But that also means I'm 3,240 steps closer to knowing how to wheelie. And Anthony was telling me, yeah, stick to it, because once you learn how to wheelie, you know how to wheelie forever. Nobody can take that away from you unless they hit you with their car. Don't do that. That'd be nice. Just to put it into perspective, how hard wheeling a fixed gear is, do you know how to do it? If you can, then you know how hard it is. If you don't, that's because it's really hard. And if you go out to a group ride of say like 20 people, maybe 2 or 3 people there will know how to wheelie their fixed gear. I will be continuing practicing because I am so determined that I am going to learn how to wheelie just through sheer stubbornness. It might take another month, it might take another 2 or 3 months because I got a lot going on. I'm going bike packing for a few weeks. I'm not gonna be practicing wheelies then, I'll tell you right now. I'll make another video once I do officially know how to wheelie, like for sure, and can get 10 pedal strokes. With each wheelie failure that you make, you are 1 step closer to learning how to wheelie and forever being in the wheelie club. Fixie fan shoutouts to Brandon Black, David K, Gio Dezera, Julian Corona, Ryan Witt, Scott Palangi, and Zane Kolnik for helping to make these fixed gear videos possible through the support on Patreon. And remember that life is short, but don't make it shorter, so be sure to ride your bike every day, whether you're wheeling or not, to be reasonably dangerous.